Good day students. Today my sessions will be on budget and budgetary control. Now, what is budget? Budget is the estimation made by any business unit for future figures or for future aspects. Budgeting is the process of making this estimation, and budgetary control is the use of these different budgets in controlling, formulating and managing the day-to-day estimations and your future aspects of a company. Now, it is a very crucial item of cost accounting. Why? Because cost accounting is totally depends upon the production, and the more we lower the cost of production, the higher will be the margin of profit. Now, in this lieu, budgeting is one of the essential aspects. Now, how do we do budgeting? The techniques of budgeting is been subdivided into various groups. Basically, budget are of 5 types. Those are sales budget, which estimates the future sales of a company. That is, take for example, the company like to consider how much it's going to sell in the coming quarter. That means the coming 3 or 4 months of a period. Next is your production budget. Production budget means the company will decide how many units it's going to produce to cater its need for its customer. In production budget, there is also labor budget and material budget. Labor budget is again consider the labor force, the human resource force which is needed in the production of that particular units which has been considered in the production budget. Next is your material budget. Material budget is very essential. How much material we needed to cater the demand for the production. It should not be very much, it should not be very less, and day-to-day needs should be categorized. Next, your expenses or expenditure budget. Now, what is expenses budget? Expenses budget means your overheads, your day-to-day expenses in the production, like your procurements of different types of office expenses, labor expenses, material expenses, cost of production, sales expenses. All these things comes under your expenses or overhead budget. Next is your, now all these types of budgets again will categorized under 2 groups. Number 1 is your flexible budget and number 2 is your fixed budget. Now, what is this? That means these all 5 budget, that is sales, production, labor, expenses, etc. All these types of budget, it can be either fixed budget or it can be flexible budget. Now, what is fixed budget? Fixed budget means the company is producing at a very fixed quantity of production. Okay. So, all these budget, take for example 10,000 units or 1 lakh units. The company is going to produce this 1 lakh units throughout the year or throughout 6 months or throughout quarter. It depends upon company to company. And next is your flexible budget. Now, flexible budget means, as the name implies, it is very flexible in nature. It depends upon the demand and supply of the society. When the demand rises, the production will rise, the budget will rise. When the demand contracts, the production will contract and the budget will contract. So, if we see in practical life, flexible budget is more applicable than fixed budget. So, in a nutshell, this is the budget and budgetary control. Now, from examination point of view, if you consider the theoretical questions which you have to learn, that is, what is budgeting, what is budget, what are the techniques of budget, what are the types of budget, why budget is essential in cost of production or in costing, and for practical point of view, go through the flexible and fixed budget process. So, this is the in a nutshell, the budget and budgetary control. Thank you, student. Stay well.